morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today at BDBS 2025 to share my research on blockchain application in health insurance. My name is Yisong Chen, and this work was conducted in collaboration with Chuqing Zhao from Harvard University. In this study, we explore how blockchain can solve critical inefficiencies in health insurance, particularly in fraud detection, claims processing, and data security. As AI and Internet of Things become more integrated into healthcare, blockchain offers a secure, automated, and patient-centric approach to modernizing the industry. Health insurance plays a vital role in healthcare, but the system is far from perfect. Fraud, inefficiencies, and security vulnerabilities cost insurers billions of dollars each year and create major frustrations for providers and patients. Insurers struggle with slow manual processes, while regulators push for stricter compliance measures to protect patients' data. The lack of trust and transparency across the system leads to delays, high administrative costs, and disputes over claims. Blockchain offers potential solution by creating a decentralized, tamper-proof framework that improves inefficiency, security, and trust across stakeholders. In this study, we systematically reviewed blockchain applications in health insurance, identify key areas of impact, and discuss further challenges and research directions. The health insurance faces several critical challenges. First, fraudulent claims are a massive financial burden, with insurance fraud costing billions annually. The problem is worsened by fragmented data systems that prevent insurers from detecting fraud in real time. Second, claim processing is slow and inefficient, requiring manual validation that leads to long processing times, administrative workload, and distributes over policy coverage. Third, data coverage is a growing concern. Insurance companies must comply with HIPAA, GDPR, and other regulations, yet their centralized databases remain vulnerable to cyber attacks, risking data breaches and patient trust. Last but not least, interoperability remains a major roadblock. Healthcare providers, insurers, and patients often struggle to share and verify medical records, leading to duplicate tests, delayed approvals, and inefficiencies in healthcare delivery. Blockchain directly addresses these pain points by offering a secure, transparent, and automated system for managing health insurance and data and transactions. I think this the blockchain's basics we can skip here at this conference. I believe all of you are plenty familiar with the topics. And as you can see, a lot of the issues I just described are the pain points that can be addressed directly with the application of the blockchain technologies. So I will skip this slide and let's dive right into our methodology. So our research is systematic review of the existing recent literatures in recent years. And we used databases like PubMed, Scopus, ACM Digital Library, and ScienceDirect. We initially retrieved 307 papers, and we applied a rigorous screening process to ensure the relevance, quality, and research focus with the blockchain application on fraud prevention, claim processing, data security, and compliance. And we also performed bibliometric analysis to identify research trends and emerging technology clusters in blockchain-based health insurance solutions to gain some insights on the future directions of blockchain. Yes, so this, as you can see here, this is our key processes where we do the screening and the selection process for our research. As you can see here, here is the key map for our research where you can see each step in the health insurance life cycle, from patient registration, service delivery, claims submission, adjudication, payment, and all the way to the data management. And on the vertical side, you can see how blockchain provides empowerment to each of those slides, to each of those steps, and the key applications of blockchain. And we conclude that all of those applications utilizes blockchain's advantage in data security, interoperability standards, scalability, and cost and energy efficiency, and real-time processing as the five main pillars for the blockchain applications. And I will dive in to each of the steps as outlined here. So first, for patient registration, this is one of the biggest challenges in health insurance, and the identity fraud, which patients may use stolen identities or have duplicate records, leading to inaccurate claims and financial losses. Blockchain provides a decentralized identity verification system, ensuring each patient has a unique digital ID. This prevents the fraud while allowing secure and efficient record keeping. Patients also have full control over who can have access to their data by using smart contracts, ensuring HIPAA or GDPR compliance. Countries like Indonesia and blockchains projects like MIT's MedRec have already successfully implemented blockchain-based patient identity management. And because each of the insurers may use different systems, and currently we face the issue of coordination of benefits where one patient may have multiple active coverage, and it always poses challenging for the insurers to see which one of the coverage is the primary, and in many cases the secondary payers will pay incorrectly to the claims, and by having a single version of truth, we can solve those coordination of benefits scenarios more easily with blockchain. And that is also part of the service delivery, where different operators, different healthcare providers can interoperate the electronic health records on blockchain. And also with the growing Internet of Things like wearables and medical sensors, those can provide real-time patient data on the blockchain, and those will allow the insurers to validate claims pretty much real time based on the verified health data. And also, blockchain secures the pharmaceutical supply chain, preventing counterfeit drugs and ensuring drug traceability. And we found one project like IBM's Pharma Ledger and MediLedger, which are great real-world examples worth reading on this topic. For the next step, claims processing, and this is related very closely with smart contract, because traditional claims processing is very manual, slow, and error-prone. So it has to go through a very tedious process with the patient or the provider submitting the claim, and the insurer will manually reviewing the claim and get a explanation of benefits back to the patient, and then make payment to the insurer. At least that is the case here in the United States. so very tedious and slow process. Blockchain introduces smart contracts, and with that, we can automatically validate, adjudicate, and process claims based on the preset insurance policy terms and patient's data. And once a claim is submitted, smart contracts can check on the policy coverage, medical history, and billing data. And if everything's correct, the claim is approved instantly. And this significantly reduces processing times and eliminates administrative errors. And with our research, there are increasing uh, research interest in the machine learning combined with blockchain to push the efficiency even further from the current state, and those are really promising. And also, companies like Deloitte and Lemonade have already implemented blockchain-based claim processing, and those approval time are pretty much now within minutes or even instant. And another step that blockchain can really help is the claims adjudication, and that is area that requires transparency and accuracy, and the traditional systems really lack real-time visibility to claim histories. Blockchain records are are immutable, so insurers and providers are able to verify claim legitimacy at any time. And with the help of AI, fraud detection can spot suspicious patterns, like flag those for manual review, and block those fraudulent transactions on the chain. And those are really efficient. And we found real-world applications currently with Aetna and IBM to streamline claim adjudication and reducing fraud risks. And the next step is the payment. And um, so so for the payment, there's a bottleneck also with the currently pretty much manual process uh, that in case there is a disputes, the insurers are likely to pend those claims where the patient or the provider won't get the payment until that pend is manually um, resolved or fully investigated, which could take anywhere between days to months. Um, Blockchain eliminates those issues by automating the claim payments. And once the claim is approved, smart contract instantly transfer the funds, and and boom, the patients or the providers will be paid in real time. And also in the entire process, um, everything is traced, recorded on the chain, and that is ideal, the state of the art for data management, um, where it's a decentralized system after all, and it's like uh, more resilient to cyber attacks. And with all those encrypted storage, it's we could pretty much conclude it is safer from tampering or theft compared with a traditional centralized system. Um, and also um, AI-powered fraud detection by analyzing the blockchain stored data in real time and reporting any anomalies or patterns and those can significantly reduce the financial losses and improve compliance. And of course, the transparency offered by this entire system is on the chain, and which makes the compliance and audits more easy with the regulatory bodies. So that is the 6 steps in the healthcare insurance life cycle. And I will hand over to my co-author Chuqing for the next part of this presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yisong. Now I would like to introduce our quantitative method for this survey studies. So the basic approach we do is the bibliometric analysis. This is a powerful and computational approach for mapping and evaluating academic articles. So traditionally, when we want to analyze a field or reading the articles, it requires a lot of manual work and it's really time consuming. So this method provides automatic ways that provides valuable insights into research trends and its emergent themes within a field. So by leverage the data-driven technologies, we can systematically analyze large collections of research articles and help us to identify the patterns and connections between the large size of articles. So basically, this is a data-driven bibliometric analysis that one of the key components of this analysis is the coupling networks. These semantic networks then can help us to understand how research papers are connected with each other's based on their references or their appeared keywords. So I will show you later about it for a short demo about how to use semantic networks to identify the trends in our research field. So the basic concept is that when two documents cite the same sources or they have the co-occurrence keywords, they may consider as coupled. So the strengths of the connections reflect the degrees of shared knowledge between the studies. And this approach can allow us to trace the connections or the lineage of the research areas and identify different clusters of related works. So by using this kind of data-driven technologies, we can map the structures of the academic landscape and also highlight influential research contributions. Yeah. So basically, this is a text mining approach, and with the exponential growth of the academic publications, we sometimes will do some manual extractions from manual extractions and organizing different research articles one by one. And this is really time consuming. So text mining approach enable us to identify the key terms, topics, and things within the large size of corpus, like here is the research articles. So the words frequencies, co-occurrence, and semantic relationships can help us to pinpoint the emergent trend and evolving concept within a given field. So it can automatic, the process is automatic, and this automated process help the researchers to stay updated with the latest trends and ensure that we have more comprehensive understanding of what's going on in this research field. So another within the bibliometric analysis, one of the key component is cluster analysis. So what is the cluster analysis is that it automatically group related items based on their similarities. So when articles what the clustering algorithm do is that they will organize the research articles, keywords, or authors into if they have similarities, they will put them into different clusters. And this can provide the structured representations of the field. So if we identify the like the themes for each clusters, we can reveal, okay, so there are some maybe hidden connections between different topics or different clusters. So, so overall, the cluster analysis can help the scholars to make more informative decision makings and also to highlight the significance areas of the studies. And also it can, like by looking at different clusters, you can identify where is the research gap. So you may be wondering, okay, so what is exactly is the bibliometric analysis? So in our studies, we main focus on the following three steps. First is the data input. So the bibliometric data is imported from like a library resources, such as like a Google Scholar or Science Direct. We follow some citation format, and this can help us to have more structured data set to analyze the research trend. And next, we will move to the semantic network constructions. So it involves analyzing keywords co-occurrence that can mapping how frequently the keywords appear with each other in research articles so that we can identify the semantic meanings and their relationship between each other and what is the trend of the studies. And finally, in the interpretations and the insights phases, we will identify key nodes like within the networks based on its frequency and connections. So this can help us to pinpoint the key or influential concepts and major research theme in the field. So all of these studies, we are leverage the tools called Viewer. So these tools can help we gain deeper insight into academic literatures, and it's really user-friendly. So now this is what the semantic networks looks like. And now I will show you a demo of my like my bibliometric analysis. So this is the software we use, and it's really like user-friendly. You can create it by yourself. And if you explore this one, you can find different colors represent different like clusters. You have blue that is like more, how to say, data or platform in this cluster. And the yellow one is more related to insurance and domain knowledge. And the red one in the center is like the most important clusters. You can see the healthcare and maybe the AI technologies are having a lot of links with another clusters. So you can see also data is kind of like an important nodes in our networks. So this can help us to identify what are the key trend in our like research domain. So you can also to explore like the cluster one, like what are exactly the keywords under these clusters to see if it is a make sense to you or not. So you can try different kind of layout by tuning its parameters and also to make it much more like to beautify it using the visualization approach. Yeah, so this is how we do like the our bibliometric analysis. And back to the slides, uh, we one of the key trend we identify here is the AI and data related nodes, like the AI driven applications, as I show you in the red area, that are widely connected to another healthcare and insurance domains. So this leads us to one of the key argument we want to say is that in traditional insurance, claim processes is often very slow and requires a lot of manual works. So, by contrast, the blockchain-based insurance introduced several innovations and improved the efficiencies. First of all, the automatic payments through the smart contracts really smooth or streamlined the whole claim process. So once the predefined conditions are met, the smart contracts will automatically to execute the payout procedures and eliminating the latencies and delays. So secondly, we have a much faster reimbursed with reduced administrative cost. This is achieving by minimizing the paperwork and also manual oversight. It can improve the overall efficiencies for the whole processes and enhance policyholders' experience. Uh, uh, yeah. And finally, we have like enhanced accountability through decentralized audit trails. So this ensures the transparencies and fraud preventions. Since all the transactions are recorded on immutable blockchain ledgers, the insurers and policyholders can trust its integrity throughout the process. So we also want to highlight there are a few trends and challenges in our field. So based on our like quantitative and qualitative studies of review the literatures, one of the emerging trend is the shift towards patient-centric models in health care insurance. So it offers more personalized and flexible coverage. Additionally, the disaster recovery strategies are evolving to provide faster and more efficient payouts in response to the catastrophes. And another major development is Another major development is AI-driven fraud detections. So this really enhances the securities by identifying the fraudulent claims in real time so that it can help us to reduce losses for insurers. However, despite of these advancements in our field, there are several significant challenges here. So one of the challenges is the scalability is really a concern because the insurer seeks to expand the digital solutions while also maintaining the efficiencies. Also, the regulatory alignment is also very crucial, as compliances within involved regulation requires continuous adoptions. The also the legacy system integrations really poses major hurdles here, as the traditional insurance infrastructures might be need to modernize to accommodate new technologies like AI and more data-driven. And also to summarize it to address these challenges, the industry collaborations is really important here. So by working together across different industries like insurance, regulations, and technology innovations can help driven the technology advancements that improve the whole process of efficiencies and securities. Okay, to wrap up our presentation, in summary, the blockchain is transforming the health insurance by enhancing security, efficiency, and transparencies. It automated the claim process, reduced the fraud, and strengthened the data securities. So it making the insurance much more reliable and cost-effective. So to fully realize its potentials, the focus must be on scalabilities and regulatory compliances. So overcoming these challenges that we mentioned here, it can pave a way for broader adoptions and seamless integrations. So with the continued innovations and collaborations across different fields, blockchain can create a smarter and more secure futures for healthcare insurance. So in the end, thank you so much to listen.